Whoop. Hi, guys. Welcome to Dead Vision Entertainment.
What's up, guys?
We're going to go live, but I'm going to go make a coffee, and Joshua Danger's going to tell you what our topic's going to be.
Okay, so today our topic is
What's ruining our country?
what's ruining our country, and part of it, and there's a theory that me and Batgirl both hold. Who is this? I can't really see them. Hi, but our theory is why the cost of living, why everything is up in price. And we could actually talk about this for days, which we're not going to try to talk about it for days, but it's the consumer market. Because we were out, we were
Looking at phones.
we were looking at phones today
On Boost. Did you need a
on
new
Boost
phone?
on Boost Mobile, and we came up with the topic that everything is so ungodly high.
Okay, why is a phone that's not the newest version of the Motorola Razr, why are they downgrading how much storage you get on there? Why is it going from a 256 like I have on my Motorola Razr 2025 and the 2026 that just came out has half? Why doesn't it have more?
For one, here's the thing about that. Right now, you're on a global computer shortage situation.
Okay, I'm going to explain to you why we don't have a global computer shortage. If we do, you want to know why we do? Because they don't have enough work.
Because we're processing things from other countries that now are being tariffed.
And we can't get it. But that's not even it. You know what
Yes,
it is?
It is because
That's
and the other flip of the coin is the fact that if we were to produce the same stuff here, it would cost us.
If we produce the
tenfold.
same stuff here, because everybody's got to be paid more, because this is why capitalism is failing. I'm going to tell you why capitalism is failing. Too much greed, and everybody thinks they got to be paid more and more and more and more. And these big companies, these big billionaires think they need more and more money, and they're the ones running our country. So then we're basically overpaying for stuff because so they can have an absolute 1,000% profit. Do you think they need 1,000% profit?
Exactly.
Because that's probably what they're getting. They probably pay $5 for an item and sell it to you for like $1,000. That's the type of thing. They're probably paying like $5 to make a product. And then small businesses, this is why small businesses can't make it. Because okay, so I'm going to tell you, I'm going to use this as an example. Manny MUA wanted to start a makeup brand, and he explained why James Charles was right about cannot charge $8 for a lip gloss if you're doing this all by yourself and you don't have backers, because just the lip product alone that Manny MUA was going to do when he was looking into his making his liquid lipsticks that he wanted to make was going to cost him $2 just for the liquid lipstick, not the packaging, and not the container that it goes in, and not the box that it takes to ship it in. So it was going to cost him almost $5 just to produce that one product. So if he charged $3, he wouldn't make a profit at all, because he'd have to pay his employees to his employees on that $3 that produce it. Then he would have to pay to ship it, so he wouldn't have a profit. He would be in the hole, because then you got to pay for the shipping to put it there and put it and you can't just get your product in stores. You have to do an e-commerce store to start out when you're a makeup brand. That's how almost all makeup brands start. So like Elf charges $8 for a lip oil because they have financial backers that pay for a lot of that shit. This is why this is why it's hurting us as a consumer. Hi, thanks for being here. What really hurts us as a consumer is the product. What really hurts us is these tariffs, because over there in India, I was talking to a person this is what started the conversation, is what really hurts us is India can go buy a meal. In India, you can buy a meal, literally, food, to eat for $1. That's an actual real food that's healthy for you.
And we're paying for
we're paying
$10.
We're paying $10 for a meal that's trash.
Slop.
We are paying for garbage food, and we're paying minimum of $10. You can't even eat for less than $10.
Exactly.
And then three, we're paying tariffs to get it over here. So we're paying the cost of the product plus the tariffs. The companies that okay, here's who really pays the tariffs. The people, the companies that are buying the product to sell in their store. So they're passing the overages to you, because if I, as a company in India, bring it to America, I would charge the Indian store what I had to pay to produce it here, which is a lot less.
What the building over
and
here
then
costs.
And then the when you get once you get it in there, they're paying say they're paying, the product is $5 for a company to buy it, the product base product price. If they had to pay tariffs to ship it somewhere, the foreign company that's company that's buying your product to sell in their store, they're paying the $5 plus the 10 or 20, 30% tariffs on top of that. So our product base price is 30% more than their product base price to an Indian store that's selling it. So they're going to sell it for 30% less than we're going to be able to buy. Just straight out, our stuff is 30% more because of the tariffs. Our president basically fucked us. And if you don't believe that, you're a stupid idiot. Because that's stupid idiot. Because no company is going to pay 30% more to ship something there and still charge them the same price that they're going to charge their Indian company, because it costs them so much more to ship it.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. Right there. But
and South Park made a good point too. The guy in the that was doing the city walk, he does it. He said, "I don't pay tariffs. You pay tariffs."
Exactly.
The stores aren't going to pay the tariffs. You are.
But also, the American dream is what's killing us.
God damn it!
What?
Why is this up here? Don't put this up here. Take it home with you.
What?
It's falling off my fridge every time I open it.
Oh.
I was trying to get me some ice, and your alcohol falling on me. Yeah.
But like we said, part of it is like everything we're dealing with right now. There's too many shortages especially with technology-based companies. They can't get jobs to do. They can't pay enough people to do the job over here, because it would cost so much more to do the job over here.
Because people here would want almost $30 an hour to do that job.
And my cousin's husband is a perfect example of this. He works in the robotics field where he's an electric engineer. He gets paid $35 an hour. Should he be making more? Maybe. Should he be making less? Absolutely not. Because he was making $35 an hour, but the problem is you have to make a certain product for certain companies, which if you don't get any business,
they can buy that stuff over here and pay half.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But if you don't get any business from your locals,
motherfucker, what was that?
But if you don't get any business from anybody in the United States to actually build a product for them, guess what? You're not going to be working much, which that sucks, because everybody should be able to work a 40-hour shift a week, unless you're mentally not there.
Unless your ass unless you're autistic.
I'm not even using the term autistic. I'm just saying if you can't handle that.
Why is my bin pushed out so far? I'm knocking all my food down.
But like I said, it takes jobs over here to put jobs together.
Damn it,
And
my food pushed out too far.
Like I said, it takes jobs over here to put jobs into effect. And if you don't got jobs, guess what? You're not going to make hours. And so that's why I see a lot of overhead just leaving. Because I hear this every day, and I'm not going to name names. I'm not going to say anything bad about anybody. But it's like, I'm making X amount of dollars. I could barely afford my rent. I could barely afford to live. I could barely afford to eat. Even at 30 hours a week, and I still have to deal with bullshit. I'm like, I might as well go find another job. And I think that's where a little bit of I think people finding jobs and the unemployment being down. I think this is my theory, and this is a conspiracy theory. I think it is because people just leave their job and say, hey, I'm going to go work here. I'm going to go try to find a job here, or I'm going to DoorDash, or I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that because I'm an independent contractor. If I do DoorDash or a semi-independent
DoorDash in record highs right now because of gas.
Exactly.
They can't make money.
But the downside of that, Jamie explained it. The gas prices being up, you can't afford to do that job.
When our gas prices go up because our president's fighting with another country that we shouldn't be fighting with, that causes our cost of living to go up. Man.
Exactly. And it's like, but still, I hear people bitching all the time about, well, what am I supposed to do about this? I'm supposed to take care of my own house. And it's like,
we can't take care of your own house if the president's doing stuff that's hurting us.
It's not even about the president. It's about the mindset of people now. Like, people have it in their head, like, I don't have to deal with this shit. And I don't want to say that.
No, it's people like our old boss that comes in and thinks people are supposed to do the amount of work of two.
Exactly.
Now I see it in our company all the time. They want people to do more, so then they end up firing them because they can't do that much work because that's the work of 2 or 3 people.
Or they just force them to quit.
Or they'll just be absolute dicks to them to get them to quit because they don't want to fire them. Because if they fire them and they've been there long enough, they can get unemployment.
Mm-hmm.
So they got to be careful with who they fire. That's why most people get fired within their first 90 days because they expect too much.
Exactly.
They expect too much. Susan, they're going to expect...
Don't name names.
Just like Susan or what's that girl, Ellie. If they didn't do enough work, or whatever that new girl's name is, these 2 new employees we have at our work, if they can't do what they expect and they haven't been there in 90 days, they'll just let them go. I've seen it like 3 or 4 times. And I don't understand. They don't even give them time to learn the job properly.
But
if you don't give people time to learn the job properly and expect too much out of people right away, they're going to quit because they're not getting any benefits from it yet.
You're getting off topic.
Yet. And people are going to go and quit and go find a job where they can be respected. When you're a manager, you got to respect your employees and talk to them and teach them the job. That I feel like the managers at our job throw people into it too quickly by themselves, and sometimes that frustrates people because they don't really know what they're doing. I've seen it happen, like with cashiers at our place. They weren't our old manager wasn't teaching them properly, and they didn't know what they were doing.
But that's not the point.
And they were being asked questions that they couldn't answer because they weren't taught it. And they got frustrated and quit because they said I was left alone too soon. I didn't even know what I was doing.
That's not the point. We're still on capitalist, which
And
that
then
is part of the capitalist regime.
And the capitalist regime is train them little, get people that know how to do it without training them very much, get them to do the job with as little pay as possible, so with as little pay as they'll accept, so that they can make us billions while we're making all the money. Goodwill should take half of the places like Goodwill and Salvation Army, and should take their half of their profits at the end of the year and give their employees a bonus. Split it equally between everybody in the store, managers included.
We don't want to talk about that because we're talking about...
Because without the employees of a company, like say Walmart or...
all jobs.
Walmart does that. Walmart takes a percentage of their profits at the end of the year, because my husband worked there, and gives a bonus if their store does good enough. If their store does good, gives them a big bonus at the end of the year, and it's a nice one.
Exactly. But on the other side, flip of the coin, it's like jobs are jobs, and it's like you get paid big money. You get paid like... Why is it that the only good jobs out there are mostly you need an education for? Why do I have to go? Why would somebody want to go into debt to just have a job that they're going to spend all the money? They're going to spend a good portion of their money that they make on that job back into the education, back into paying back the education that we overcharge for. You can be a doctor for $5,000 in I heard stats that in places like France, to be a full fucking doctor, it only costs $5,000. But here's the other side of this, and I'm not saying it on the point. I said, my cousin's husband is a perfect example of the skill. My cousin's husband has been doing electric trade. He was in the military for doing that. He was in the Navy doing the same shit that he's doing now. Electrical
engineering. Okay, this is a perfect example. If the need for their product that they're selling is no longer existing, that job gets eliminated.
Exactly.
Because they eliminate jobs through robots and AI robots and that kind of shit. And we do not want that, because there will be no
AI robots.
They could take an AI robot. If they take an AI robot and do exactly what you can do, and the more they do that, the less jobs there are.
That's more of a
if they could pay $1,000, if they could pay $20,000, say they have to pay $100,000 for that robot.
Mm-hmm.
That robot would be worth it, because that robot. But the only thing I got against robots is robots fail. Mm-hmm. Machinery fails, where humans will not.
That's where I was going to say. Walmart is the perfect example of this.
Self-checkouts
are robots, basically.
Taking away your cashiering job that someone just starting out at working could you do, and learn and make money so that they could pay for their things that their parents can't afford. There's a lot of teenagers and kids that go without things because they can't get a job that's good. Nobody wants to hire teenagers.
Yes. But
teenagers have a hard time finding a job.
But here's the other side, flip side of the coin. There's so many other jobs at Walmart that are in the stocking field, and they pay just as much as.
Okay, they're starting to get machines to do that.
Okay.
I seen a thing where they're getting machines to. You know how when you order food at a store, they're getting machines to do that now.
Yeah,
and if they stop paying people to do that simple little shit, every time one of those jobs goes away, that's less jobs in the market for people to have, and that's why people are homeless.
And here's where I was actually watching something, and they were talking about how 2027 is the year that AGI, which is artificial
intelligence.
It's going to be artificial intelligence, but it's like a more supreme version. Like it's going to be like a robotic type situation. They're going to have
these robots are going to take away our jobs and take over this country.
I don't think it's going to take away a lot of jobs.
Okay, if we start making too many robots, this is the problem. too many robots taking away our jobs, then there's no going to be nobody to do the jobs, and then the stuff that they're going to try to sell with the jobs that they're with the work that the robots are doing, there's going to be no one to buy it because there's going to be no jobs for people to go get to be able to do it without getting a high expensive basically we're going to need more robotics. My nephew, I think my nephew should get into building robots and building them kind of things because that's where our future is going, and that's he's smart. He's wanting to go into electrical engineering or something like that, but I don't know. I just think that that's a job that he would benefit from because right now the average job, if a place like a thrift store could like a Goodwill or a Salvation Army could do it robotically, I bet you they would if they could afford the robots.
Absolutely.
But I don't think they could afford the robots.
I think the price of those robots are going to be ungodly
I think the robots would benefit the store because they could look over an item, see if it's too dirty, better than a human, and and faster, and could have internet built into it, so it could look up the price of a real item of that's for sale, and see that if it's worth the $3.99 or if it's worth $10 or if it's worth $1.
But I saw this in a YouTube video the other day. They have something and they said
it could automatically print out a ticket for the right price.
They're gonna have self-cleaning robots in some of the gas stations / stores.
Oh, there's gas stations. This is taking away a job too. That have self-paying car washes. So a place like Whitewater, the Fast Eddie's or Whitewater, that has employees that sits there and takes their money and make sure that they can do a pass. They'll have a place where they could make that scan your car when you go through. They go underneath a thing and it is just scan your thing up by itself, and then you wouldn't have to have an employee at all.
Exactly.
And it just wouldn't let you go through if you didn't pay for it.
Exactly.
It would give a alert if you wouldn't leave.
Really?
Make you leave if you don't pay.
Like I said, I'm like.
Then they would only, if they did that, then they would only have to have one person there, and that person would just scan your and they would tell them no cash. All they have to do to keep people from getting robbed is say no cash. Exactly. We do no cash. That no cash society will keep places from the reason why places are going to start going no cash. They don't have to have pennies. They don't have to go get change. They don't have to stop bringing people up. There's no change involved. There's no math to be done. There's no giving people the wrong change on accident. Then you have no cash so it'll be less to break down at the end of the day.
Exactly.
And it all just automatically goes into that company's bank account after you do it. I think that's what it's going to come down to. That's what's ruining. Every time we take something away, like money, if people stop using physical cash, the American, like nowadays, you can get money from one person to another, and this is eliminating the need to go to a bank. So there's going to be less bank employees because they're not going to have as much cash needed. Once all these baby boomers that you still use cash as a main source of income, it's going to hurt us. because them kind of jobs are going to be going away because there's not going to be no need. They could have virtual online banks. You can already go and get money from point A to point B. And if you need to send money from one person to another, there's cash apps like Cash App and what's the other one that my sister uses? They could just use something like that. That's how you can transfer money from one person to another, and you don't even have to be sitting in the same room with that person or anything like that. I'm gonna get my niece's Venmo. I think that's what they use as Venmo. Get my niece's Venmo. That way, if I want to send her, I'm gonna get her Venmo when next time I see her and say, hey, if you ever need money, if you're ever broke and you can't get from point A to point B and you need gas money, call your aunt if your mom doesn't have enough money to give you money.
Okay.
If your grandpa wants to give you money, I can do it for him.
What are you talking about?
Like now we're getting to where people don't use as much cash, so there's not as much need for tellers at banks anymore. Once these Gen X people are getting on board with some of this stuff.
I think the problem is some of it is the older Gen X.
Gen Xers, once people born in the 60s are all gone. I think once people born before 65 before 60, once people that are gone are born before 67 are gone.
Mm-hmm.
We are going to have a society where we use no cash, and our banks are going to have less employees because people aren't just going to use. People are going to stop using cash because it's not needed. There's apps like Venmo and Cash App where you can send money from one person to another.
Exactly. And there's tons of them.
And it makes it easier to get money to your kid. Okay, if your kid goes to college, you used to have to send them money in the mail, and they used to have to wait 3 to 4 days for that money. Exactly. And you had to hope to God that somebody didn't steal it in the process.
Exactly.
So watch this.
Now it's just easier to transfer.
Now you can just go to the bank and buy them a gift card for whatever they need.
Not even a gift card, but you can transfer to their own card.
Or now they got a card. You can get cards for Venmo or PayPal. Or I use PayPal. If my niece, and there's games that pay you through PayPal. If you want to make a little extra money, this is not sponsored. This is just me plugging a site that actually pays me. And it doesn't pay a lot, but it's worth it. Because I now have almost $5 built up from it.
Mm-hmm.
And I made over $16 since I got my new phone. But it's only bare minimum using it. And I've made almost $16. Exactly. I made almost $17. Two, on another site, and I've made my whole using it almost $60 or $70, and I've only been using it for like a year.
Exactly.
If you can make that much money playing those little stupid games and not even barely doing it, it's worth it.
Exactly.
That's an extra $5 to $10. What if? And I just let it build up until I need something. I probably used it when I bought that stuff on
for your sister's birthday.
Yeah, because I bought her something else because I didn't feel like I bought. Where's my phone? Oh, it's right here. I was gonna look up how much I have on PayPal.
But still,
from that game recently, and if it used my, I think I opted to pay with my actual debit card and not. I hope I didn't use my PayPal money because I want to build that up and let that build up for an emergency fund. I'm just using it for an emergency fund if I can. Yeah, I didn't use it. See, I got almost $5. This is how much money I have from playing games. I like to promote this game. I'm going to show you what game it is because I highly recommend everybody getting it. Even you, Josh, you could benefit from this.
Okay.
This is worth it. and it's called Best Play. It's the one on the very top end that looks like a game controller with eyes. Oh, it looks like a game controller with dollar signs on the little joysticks. You can play Yahtzee, Pixel Blast, which is a game where it's a picture and it's all in little colors, and you get little shooters that shoot at it in the colors, and you have to eliminate all the colors. Very fun.
But
there's also a Zen Tiles, which is like Mahjong. We got a word search game. We got Solitaire. We got Block Blast, which is like Tetris. We got a Hole Rush, which is where one of those games where you get a hole and you got to make it bigger.
Yep.
Then we've got Dominoes, a dot link, which is like connecting the dots into Water Sort.
Yeah.
Which is sorting colors. Then we've got Ball Sort. Then you can use Just Play, and Just Play is another game like that. And I think Just Play is worth it alone to play Yahtzee. Get both apps, Best Play and Just Play, and play the Yahtzee game because you get points for both apps, but you have to open the game with Just Play. Tell it to open and play that game with Just Play, and it will collect points for both apps, so you'll be making twice as much money.
Exactly.
That is my tip. I keep forgetting that.
But
and on Just Play, there's a wooden puzzle bliss, which is like Tetris, and then there's a number drop game. Then you got Fetch, which does your receipts.
Yeah.
Look at Fetch when you're doing it. If there's things that you normally buy that you can get extra points are from buying, buy them. Go to the store and buy them and do the app because it'll give you like extra points. If there's a place that you know is doing it, make sure you do the receipts. Like I forgot, like my parents didn't do the receipts for their gas fast enough for me to collect them very much points because I didn't know that I didn't get enough of them from people. I'm trying to get people's receipts for that.
Oh yeah.
Then there's other receipt apps that pay you that you can actually upload the same receipt from that you upload to the other app because I tried it to another app. It was but I didn't do the other app. Then there's another app that pays you that is worth it called an Earn app, and you can listen to music and earn points, and you earn points. I don't let it do this because I don't like when it takes over your phone. So it's charging your phone, and because it'll make noise in the middle of the night while it's charging your phone.
Really?
You can watch ads on there. You can watch ads on there. Let me open that app real quick and tell you what it does because I liked it. It's an Earn app by Mode.
But also, we want to go on and ask you what you guys do to help your own life out. Because if there's things out there that help you, I think might help everybody. Give your tips out. So, like I said, guys, we don't want to be the naysayers or the nitpickers or anything like that.
Oh, you can watch news articles. You can read news articles. I just sit on the news article. on this one and just count to 10 and then scroll up a little bit, count to 10, scroll up a little bit, count to 10, and then you can claim points by watching a little teeny tiny little ads, and it takes you you can cash out in about 3 days.
Exactly.
If you listen to music, the max you can. Sometimes you got to watch ads. Watch a video. It'll say watch a video, but it's just an ad. These ads, it's just riddled with ads. But if you're willing to do it for the points to get the money, God, I drank almost a whole cup of coffee that fast. It's really worth it. Those are the 3 apps I recommend. And if you want them, those are ones I highly recommend. Actually, I should make a blog post. I should post. I might even. You know what would be really cool?
But also, I got to get myself ready to go home here soon.
So we are. So when we So when things get too high for you, try and you have a little spare time and you just want to sit and relax, listening to the music on that Earn app instead of using your Spotify that you pay for.
Mm-hmm.
Once in a while, like when you're just sitting there getting ready, it's worth it. Even the little bit of ads, you get points you get so many points per minute of listening to music. Like if a song's 5 minutes long, you get 5 points.
Exactly.
It doesn't take that long to cash out. Sometimes you can cash out sooner.
Also, here's another thing.
And there's another app that gives you 700 and something points a day, depending on how long you play games, and it will do any game you got, and it's called Just Play. So all them apps that you use that are gaming apps, any gaming app you use, this app will give you points, which I need to start doing that.
Also, here's the other thing about me, because I was actually going to say this. I take rewards from even my Xbox, and you get rewards, and every time you get so many points, you could redeem them for X amount of dollars in Xbox.
Okay, this is what I don't like about Xbox, and I'm going to sit here and explain. Microsoft will not do anything if someone steals your account. They absolutely are trash. They'll let them steal your account, and you'll never get it back, and they'll steal all the games you paid for.
But that happens on everything.
But they don't have no security for it, and they don't do anything. They don't do anything to get your account back.
Because it's about, like, they don't want you harassing people that do that. And it's like, I get it. It's wrong.
It's wrong, and they didn't do anything about it, and they didn't even try to say, hey, we'll give you a gift card to make up for it so you can start a new account and get games. They didn't even try to do anything. They just said there's nothing they can do.
Exactly. But
no, what pisses me off is you have a back. They keep telling you, they'll just sit there and keep telling you, just change the password. I can't change the password. My backup email was completely changed by the person. Once they do that, there is nothing you can do. And they won't do anything.
I dealt with that.
They wouldn't shut my account down or nothing. So somebody's just got my old account with all my games.
Just remember, I dealt with that with Facebook and on my old account. And I had to redo it. And that's why my name's Joshua Danger on Facebook.
He had his account for years. I mean, literally years. Like since 2008. Probably.
Yeah.
Maybe even 2007.
I don't even think it might have been. But I was like, I didn't start using Facebook until like.
It sucks.
2013.
It sucks because that Facebook I think is still open.
Exactly.
And
there's nothing I can do about it.
And people are trying to friend him and wondering why he's not friending them. It's because he can't.
Because I don't trust people enough to do it.
That's why you got to have the 2-step verification on for everything. Because if you don't, and that's a pain in the fucking ass. And why can't you have a second password that you just put on there?
Because the 2-pass verification actually makes more sense.
2-step verification. Yeah. Wait, they shouldn't. You know what they should do? Because they had stolen your email. I don't know how they got into my backup email because my backup is two-step verification.
Exactly. They might not be able to. They might have just gotten the one and just said, you know what, fuck it.
They need to make you have to verify if you change your email address on there. They should make you have to verify it through your phone number.
Exactly.
You can't change any of your login information without your phone number. It should be like that, period.
But like I said,
they should only allow you to change your email, change your password or your backup email or your email with your phone number, period. Because in a text. Because guess what? They do not have your phone, so they cannot get that.
Exactly.
That's the only secure way. Let them have your phone number.
Mm-hmm.
Verify your phone number with them. Every
because they
email
have to keep it encrypted if you have your phone on there.
No, they can't get it because they do not have this. It will not. Your phone, your email, your phone number cannot. You cannot get a text unless they have the phone number.
Exactly.
And you have to have the phone that the number's on.
Yeah.
If they don't have this phone, they cannot get it.
To ask for that code that came through your email.
And you have
not your email, but your phone number. And it's like
you have to have that phone. You have to have that phone to get the verification code that they send you. They will not send it anywhere else but that phone that number's on.
Exactly.
So make sure you have a phone number attached to your Facebook.
But still, my point is, I'm like,
your best bet is to not use an email address and use your phone number with Facebook.
I was gonna say, everybody's doing reward programs now. Everybody. So
because it gets people to do more and pay more.
And it gets exactly. Even if they do give you, like, I know PlayStation does the same thing. I know Nintendo kind of does it, but they're not like regular about it. Like Xbox is. Like, I know PlayStation's definitely part of that mix where they could jump up and get the same.
The one thing I don't like about PlayStation is their system costs $200 more than an Xbox. Right, and that $200 more that you're spending on the Xbox, you could be spending that $200 on games and have more games and an extra controller.
The $200 for the Xbox Series X compared to the actual price of the Xbox or PlayStation 5 they're about the same price, but you're actually paying for the hardware.
You're getting more storage on an Xbox than you are a PlayStation.
You're actually gaining about the same. But you're getting higher end components, like your higher end CPU, higher end GPU. You're getting all of that for more money, which really does come in handy. But
I wish people would stop trying to hack and try to get something for free and steal from people. This frustrates me so fucking much. Like, you can't even do anything without worrying about people wanting to take what's yours. Like, get your own. Do your own. Go to work. Make a job.
But that's not the problem. It's the ones that are doing it are all overseas because they want your shit. Because China wants our shit. North Korea wants our shit. Russia wants our shit. India wants our shit. All of the countries that we could be at war at right now want our shit.
They want to steal our money because we have more of it in America. Because why don't they hack Elon Musk and say someone like me?
Because it's easier to hack somebody that has a bank account. Because somebody like Elon
Musk has a bank account.
Yes, I know, but he probably doesn't have as much money in his bank account as he does in trades. They're not going to hack him because, one, his security systems are probably next level. Anybody that owns any global empire electronic type deal, they're going to be impenetrable because their shit is going to be harder to hack into, and they're going to have security watching that shit at all times. People like us, we can't afford security.
I don't know. I just know that I don't have that no more, and I refuse to get a new account because it's just to do it, and I don't really want to spend the money on Xbox Game Pass because I don't game enough to pay for it.
But somebody
But
told
what
me,
really frustrates me is now I have to start over in Disney Dreamlight Valley, and I'll have to buy it from Steam if I do play it,
exactly.
and I have to start complete over because I can't get back into that account that has all my stuff that I did in that game, and that frustrates me because I had such a lot. I did so many hours of gameplay on that. Like
Exactly.
I probably have 150 hours of gameplay on there minimum.
And that's draining. When you lose something like that, it's draining.
It just makes me want to cry. That I hope that person rots in hell for stealing my account.
And that your account's probably been through, like, I don't think it's
No,
been through.
they totally changed my login. I can't even they don't there's no more Batgirljamie.
Exactly.
And that account that username don't exist anymore. It said that username don't exist anymore.
Exactly.
If anybody really knows how to get an Xbox account back, I would love to hear
Most
about
likely
it.
you can't really do it, is the problem.
If somebody really knows how to do it,
Yeah.
if somebody could get my Batgirljamie at Hotmail account back, that was my Microsoft login for all my games.
That's where you went wrong, was by doing it with a Hotmail account, because that's one of the easiest hackabilities, because there's no more help there.
Well, there's no other way to do
Gmail's
it.
like the only other way to go, because Gmail, like Xbox, is Gmail affiliated. But I also get your pain. I do get it. But I gotta start getting packed up, ready to go home here.
Yeah,
So
so basically, I won't be playing those games, so I'll have to play whatever I have on my Switch here, because I'm not rebuying every game I played.
exactly.
And
And you
even if
should.
I got Game Pass, even if I got the Game Pass just for the computer, that's what I was going to pay for. Because you can get Game Pass just for the computer, so you don't have to
Yeah.
use the
And now
system.
it's back down to $13 a month.
Um, Here's the deal about that. I would still have to restart every single game.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just doing the free games that are on Steam for now, and whatever games I purchased on my Xbox.
Also, go pick up Epic,
Purchased on my I have Epic too. Um,
because there's always free games coming up on Epic at all times.
I use, and what pissed me off is I paid for a game on Epic Games. I think I paid for Red Dead Redemption 2. You cannot play that on a newer computer.
I could have played it on mine.
It would not let me play it.
I had access to it.
It wouldn't let me play it. It kept refusing to let me play it. It doesn't like my video card. It doesn't like NVIDIA Mini. You can't play it on an NVIDIA.
It's a lot friendlier with AMD GPUs, because it was made for an AMD GPU.
So it will not let you. So if you have that, don't even try that game. If you have an NVIDIA, you can't play that game. It just will not let you.
And it took me several attempts. Like, I had to go back in.
A lot of people
uninstall.
A lot of people would not. I tried and tried and tried. If you know how to get it to work on an NVIDIA computer, tell me.
I think part of it is you have to be logged into Rockstar Social Club. I think that's part of it.
I made an account on that.
Yeah.
It's just did not like my video card. It's not incompatible with my video card. My graphics.
Weird.
It didn't like my graphics card.
And I know Batgirl would never freaking play any of the games I play, because it's boring. Like, my shit is boring.
I think he should start playing wrestling again. People will watch that.
You know, I've recently watched
We went to
this fight.
JCW last night, and there's a videos up on our
Yep.
Juggalettes R Us channel, and that's our channel's linked down and below on the bottom of our channel on channels we own and support. And Juggalette Viper's back, and
And most likely we will be back on.
we
June
might be
20th.
doing another one. We might be going to another JCW show on the 20th. If it's because Deanna loves we love wrestling.
Exactly. And I'm going to talk about my experience here soon with it.
Josh is going to be doing lots of videos.
But I've also been saying, I've been watching their program for a while. There.
It's so fun.
I've been watching JCW Lunacy ever since it came out.
JCW was so fun last night.
And
If
it
you
was
ever
one of
get
the better
if you're a
experiences.
juggalo or a juggalette and you like wrestling, go to a JCW match. They're
Exactly.
not expensive and they're fun. They're only like $20 a person. And it
that's
was
for front row
so fun. We got front row seating. And tickets don't normally sell out because there were seats left.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's so fun. So fun cheering on the wrestlers that are
Not to
the
mention
good
they
guys.
had a balcony.
But I
for-
think being up front was way better.
I agree with you.
I loved it. I was I had such a blast.
And there were
I would love to do it again. We're going to try to do it again.
exactly.
Even if we don't do it this time, we'll do it another time, but we will do it again. It was such a great time. Great time.
Exactly. But
It was like Bridgeport / Saginaw
just outside
area.
of Saginaw.
It was at the vault in the Flint. I mean in the Bridge Saginaw, right?
It was right.
It
on
was
the border.
it was the right as soon as you get out of Bridgeport, it's in that Saginaw. It was only like 20 minutes, not even 30 minutes away. Such a wonderful
And just like
wonderful
you guys
time.
know, I got this shirt.
We got that shirt for him. Me and Viper pitched in and bought Josh a shirt. And we all have matching shirts. I'm wearing my ICP shirt that I wore last night because it's not dirty yet. So I thought I'd just wear it again. It's my Bang Pow Boom shirt. I got this shirt on Temu. If you want ICP shirts but don't want to pay the big expensive price tag that they want on their website, because their website's more than $30. We only paid $30 for our shirts, and that's reasonable. We all got matching shirts. All three of us got matching shirts. Deanna did buy Viper did buy 3. But it's because she needed new clothes anyways, and she likes JCW and wants their merch. And we're all three big obsessed with wrestling. We love wrestling. It's so good. But we're gonna get off here because he's got to go home.
Yeah, I got to get ready to go home, guys. So I appreciate you guys being a part of the stream.
But we want to thank you guys for being here. Please subscribe if you're not. I know we don't get a lot of subscribers when we go live here, but it's easier to see him. And we wanted to do something together on Dead Vision Entertainment because we love you all on Dead Vision Entertainment. We're going to go do a really quick little review of JCW on our on here on Dead Vision Entertainment.
Yeah.
And in a short, so we'll see you guys later. I love you all. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to us and hit that like button so we know you like this type of video. So guys, remember, if you don't have enough money, there is little ways to make a little bit of money, at least enough to feed yourself in a few days. I want to thank you guys. There's legal ways to make a little bit of money, and I just told you how to earlier. And I just want to thank you guys for being here. You know, I pray that everybody has enough food to eat every day. This is my prayers that I do every day. I might miss a day, but I try to do it every day. I pray that everybody's healthy, everybody has enough to eat and can go to the doctor when they're sick, and that everybody has a home and a warm bed to sleep in, and that everybody's safe.
Exactly.
And I thank God for all the blessings I have in my life. And that's all that matters to me, is that everybody's safe and everybody has enough. And I thank them because I do. And I might not have a lot, but at least I have what I need. And that's more important. And I want to thank you guys for watching. Thank you for being here. And we'll see you in our next live stream or video. Peace. Peace out. Say bye.
Bye.
Sit down so they can see you. They can't see you. Say it.
Bye, guys. I hope you have a great holiday, Memorial Day, and whatever if you're here in America. And if you're not, I hope you just have a great day wherever you're at.
Bye.